Yes.
Display.
Yes.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Well, it's great to have everybody here today, and we got a few here in the building with us, and we got a few online. So, we greatly appreciate everybody joining us this morning, and we're going to go ahead and get the meeting rolling now. So. Comrades, you're called to order for the opening ceremonies. We will now be led in prayer by our chaplain. John, can you lead us in prayer, please?
I can indeed. The psalmist declared, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Almighty God, creator and sustainer, accept our thanks for this day and for all of its blessings. We ask that you will guide us and direct our chapter, its officers, and all of our actions. Grant that each of us may feel our responsibility to fulfill the promises made to service-connected disabled veterans and to their family members. May you bless our meeting today and grant us wisdom for the decisions that are to be made. To this end we do pray. Amen.
Amen. Comrades, attention. All members and guests who are veterans will give the hand salute, and all others place your right hand over your heart. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Two.
Just as a reminder, those joining online are not able to vote via our national constitution and bylaws. All online microphones, please have them muted. If you have a question, please use the chat box and we will try to answer them throughout, and we'll recognize anybody at any point. But remember, those attending online today cannot vote. You want to do your...
Comrades, as a reminder, we are here to address only matters specific to our organization. All discussions must be relevant to our mission statement, which I will now read. We are dedicated to a single purpose, empowering veterans to lead high-quality lives with respect and dignity. We accomplish this by ensuring that veterans and their families can access the full range of benefits available to them, fighting for the interest of America's injured heroes on Capitol Hill, and educating the public about the great sacrifices and needs of veterans transitioning back to civilian life. Provide free professional assistance to veterans and their families in obtaining benefits and services earned through military service and provided by the Department of Veterans Affairs and other agencies of government. Providing outreach concerning its programs, services to American people generally, and to disabled veterans and their families specifically. Representing the interest of disabled veterans, their families, their widows, spouses, and their orphans before Congress, the White House, and the judicial branch, as well as state and local government. Extending DAV's mission of hope into the communities where these veterans and their families live through a network of state-level, department, and local chapters, providing a structure through which disabled veterans can express their compassion for their fellow veterans through a variety of volunteer programs. I now declare this meeting open for the transactions and such business as might rightfully come before it. Comrade Adjutant, will you call the roll of officers?
Yes, Comrade Commander, the roll of officers for today's meeting. As a reminder, we are meeting in Fairfax at American Legion Post 177. We have those present in the room and some online. The roll call of officers: Commander Tom Wendell.
Present.
Senior Vice Commander Gary Salpini.
Here.
First Junior Vice Tanya Colpert, excused. Second Junior Vice Commander Shamala Capizzi, excused. Treasurer Kathleen Schultz. Here. Chaplain John Hoffman.
Online.
Thanks, John. Glad you could be with us. John is online. Immediate Past Commander Erwin Schultz.
Here.
Department Executive Committee Member Tom Wendell.
Present.
Alternate DEC Shane Lehrman. Present. Officer of the Day Jim Anders is online. Sergeant at Arms Joe LaHaye is not with us. Chapter Judge Advocate Erwin Schultz.
Here.
Chapter Benefits Protection Team Leader Jesse Bendahan.
Online. Good morning.
Jesse's online. Adjutant Shane Lehrman, present. Chapter Service Officers Chris Arrington, Monty Zimmerman, Fred Skaggs is online, and Terry Williams. Assistant Adjutant Jeremy Yost.
Present.
Comrade Commander, the roll has been taken. We have a quorum to conduct chapter business this morning.
Thank you, Comrade Adjutant. As noted previously, our minutes are posted on our website. So if you have any questions in reference to the minutes, you can go onto the website and see our minutes there. Any comments on the minutes?
No, Comrade Commander, the meeting was recorded. That was our last official business meeting. It is on the website and on our chapter YouTube channel. We've provided those in the past in previous newsletters, and I move that they be accepted as recorded and posted.
Immediate past seconds.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And the ayes are above the nose.
There they are. Real quick, in reference to the guests and members in attendance, we just want to acknowledge everyone that's in the room officially for the record as we are recording this meeting online. Those present in the room that have signed in: Tom Wendell, Gary Salpini, Jeremy Yost, Shane Lehrman, Erwin Schultz, Kathleen Schultz, and G.A. Redding. Those that are in attendance online within the last few minutes are Michael Bouchard, Jim Anders, John Hoffman, Fred Skaggs, John Berger, Randy Reese, Jesse Bendahan, Robert Whaley, and Auxiliary Unit 10 member Beatrice Stevens.
Thank you, Comrade Adjutant. At this time, we'll entertain our treasurer's report. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see it on the screen, but Kathleen will announce the treasurer's report.
We will have links to the treasurer report available in our after action that will be out within the next few days. So even though it's not present here in the video, we will provide links to it within the next week.
We have 6 months worth of reports, but only 2 of them have any kind of activity. So I'll kind of summarize the others in between. For October 1st through the 31st, our beginning balance was $20,169.42. We had income from Jesse Bendahan of a donation to the chapter in the amount of $350, leaving us with an ending balance of $20,519.42. That amount is important because the month of November had no activity, so the balance remained $20,519.42, as did December. The month of January, we had no income, but we had 2 checks, one dated 1/25/21 in the amount of $1,922 to Fort Knox Self-Storage for the annual storage unit. We had another one dated 1/26/21 to Thomas Wendell for the gift cards for Laura Ruland and Cabrina Johnson for Thanksgiving and Christmas. That was check number 4776 in the amount of $625.90. That leads a total disbursement of $2,547.90, giving us an ending balance of $17,971.52. There was no activity in the month of February or March, so our current balance is $971.52. Those are my reports for all 6 months, and I would like to make a motion to accept them as read, subject to audit.
I'll second that motion.
That was Senior Vice Commander Gary Salpini seconding the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much, Comrade Treasurer. Comrade Chaplain, are there any reports of sickness and distress?
I am not aware of any at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Chaplain. We would like to, at this time, in reference to, sickness and distress, just keep in mind everyone that may be struggling with COVID or any other conditions at this point. So always keep them in your prayers, and thank you very much, Chaplain. Comrade Adjutant, do we have any communications?
Why, yes, we do, Comrade Commander. Thank you for asking. The most recent correspondence that we have received is from John Powderly. It is a check of $500 to DAV Fairfax Chapter 10. And there is a letter in here from John Powderly. I will paraphrase it. Dear Shane and Irwin, a big thank you for you as you called me back and you help me. Currently stated is my attachments. I respectfully request that the funds be used for DAV Chapter 10. Thank you. And please pass on to Irwin Schultz my many thank yous for his constant efforts on behalf of me and for the success of my VA claims and benefits.
Outstanding. Yeah, no.
That concludes all of the correspondence. I just provided the check and the information to our chapter treasurer. And there are no other correspondence to advise of at this time, except we received a membership transfer form from one Kenneth B. Wiseman. He's requesting to transfer from Chapter 22 to Chapter 10. He has relocated to the area here. Commander, we need to take a vote on the request of members, transfer of membership.
Comrade Commander, meeting passed, Commander makes a motion, we accept transfer.
All right. I have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Wiseman will now become a member of DAV Chapter 10, and we will send this into the national membership. Thank you, Comrade Adjutant.
You're welcome, Comrade Commander.
At this time,
Wait.
Motion
On the
to-
nomination. Nope, right now you don't need it. That's coming.
I call on the nomination committee for their report.
Thank you, Comrade Commander. The nomination committee consists of myself, Shane Lehrman, Adjutant, Jim Anders, Officer of the Day, and Anna Lutz. We met and discussed several instances and our recommendations for the election of officers for Chapter 10 that will be conducted today. Our recommendations from the nominated committee are as follows. Commander Tom Wendell, Senior Vice Commander Tanya Colbert, First Junior Vice Commander Shamala Capizzi, Second Junior Vice Anna Lutz, Treasurer Kathleen Schultz. No nomination in reference to chaplain, as our current chaplain has declined to seek election again this year. Department Executive Committee member Tom Wendell and alternate DEC Shane Lehrman. That concludes the report from the nominating committee. I would like to thank Jim Anders and Anna Lutz for their assistance on the nominating committee. And Commander, there is the report from the committee.
Thank you very much.
Comrade Commander, I make a motion to accept the nominating committee report.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that. Derek Salpini.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. At this time, I entertain a motion to dispense the regular order of business to go into our nomination and elections of officers.
Immediate pass, so moved.
I have
I will second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Elections.
The nominating committee has nominated Tom Wendell as chapter commander. Are there any other nominations for chapter commander? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close nominations and declare Tom Wendell as chapter commander.
Nobody asked me if I wanted to do that, though, so.
Too late.
All right, seriously, people, thank you very much. And the nominating committee has nominated Tanya Colbert as Senior Vice Commander. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close the nominations and declare Tanya Colbert as the chapter Senior Vice Commander. We will now have additional nominations and must move to.
Skip.
Okay.
We're skipping that part. That was my, in case there were nominations, script for you, Commander. So
Yeah.
we'll move on.
All right. The nominating committee has nominated Shamala Capizzi as first Junior Vice Commander Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close nominations and declare Shamala Capizzi as Chapter 1st Junior Vice Commander. The nominating committee has nominated Anna Lutz as 2nd Junior Vice Commander. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close nominations and declare Anna Lutz as Chapter 2nd Junior Vice Commander. The nominating committee has nominated Kathleen Schultz as Chapter Treasurer. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close nominations and declare Kathleen Schultz as Chapter Treasurer.
Has not. I screwed that up.
Yeah. The nominating committee has not nominated anyone for Chapter Chaplain. The chaplain shall perform the duties of the chaplain station as set forth in the official DAV ritual. They shall visit the sick and comfort the families of those members that pass away, and shall be responsible for encourage attendance at DAV, conduct funerals and the proper conduct thereof. And before I move forward, I'd like to thank Comrade Chaplain Hoffman. You've been an outstanding chaplain for us for many years, and we greatly appreciate everything that you've done for this chapter, for our members, for taking care of our members. And right now, we know you need to take care of yourself, and our thoughts and prayers will be with you, and we hope to see you at many meetings moving forward. But we thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you, John.
My honor, my pleasure, my privilege. Thank you.
So, are there any nominations for chaplain? Are there any nominations for chaplain? Are there any nominations for chaplain? Hearing no nominations, I close the nominations and will leave open the position of chapter chaplain until there is a nomination and special election. The nominating committee has nominated Tom Wendell as Chapter 10's Department Executive Committee member. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close nominations and declare myself as Chapter 10 DEC.
I don't know how we let that one slip.
Bribery.
The nominating committee has nominated Shane Learman as Chapter 10's alternate Department Executive Committee member. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I close nominations and declare Shane Learman as Chapter 10's alternate DEC. I will now instruct Chapter Adjutant Learman to cast one unanimous ballot.
Thank you, Comrade Commander. I, Shane Learman, Chapter 10 Adjutant, cast one unanimous ballot for Tom Wendell, Commander, Tanya Colpert, Senior Vice Commander, Shamala Capizzi, 1st Junior Vice Commander, Anna Lutz, 2nd Junior Vice Commander, Kathleen Schultz, Treasurer, Tom Wendell, DEC, and Shane Learman, alternate DEC.
I now entertain a motion to return to regular chapter business.
Immediate pass, so moved. I will second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any questions on the motion? No questions on the motion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Comrade Adjutant, any unfinished business?
Why, yes, there is, Comrade Commander. Thank you. Chapter resolutions. It is resolution season. In May, the Chapter Executive Committee, which is Chapter 10's Resolution Committee, will be considering resolutions to be presented at the May Chapter 10 meeting for review and action. If you have any ideas or new resolutions, they need to be submitted to the chapter adjutant, this guy, by May 1st.
Any other old business?
Yes, we have other unfinished business. We've been notified by the Department of Virginia DAV that there will be an online chapter service officer training. The training will only be for new chapter service officers that will be appointed by our new commander after his installation in May. This training will be conducted by the DAV NSO office online. It'll be out of the DAV NSO office in Roanoke. Existing service officers that have already gone through the training are covered until the next department convention and do not need to take the training. This training is solely for new service officers that have yet to complete chapter service officer certification and training. Talking too much, I had to get a sip of water. Sorry. We also have the Department of Virginia DAV Convention. It is scheduled for June 17th through the 20th at the Holiday Inn Tanglewood, Roanoke. It will be an abbreviated event starting on Thursday through Sunday. Just to be clear, there will be no chapter service officer training at the convention, and there will not be a banquet on Saturday evening. It is important that Chapter 10 has a presence at the DEC Committee Meeting, at the Department Convention. It's important that we're there for the DEC meeting resolutions and the election of department officers. For more specific information on the Department Convention, please visit the department's website, virginiadav.org. We have an additional unfinished business, DAV's National Convention, as we previously noted in an information meeting. The scheduled location for the 2021 DAV and Auxiliary National Convention in Reno was canceled due to the state's COVID-19 restrictions. The convention will now take place July 31st through August 3rd. There will be a day of inspiration on Thursday, July 29th. It'll be conducted at the JW Marriott Tampa Water Street and the Tampa Marriott Water Street in Tampa, Florida. Several of the National Convention hotels have already been sold out. There are 3 additional overflow hotels that are now available. To get more information on those hotels, please go to dav.org, to events, to National Convention. You will find all of the information there.
Thank you, Comrade Adjutant. Meeting locations in the future. What do we know right now in reference to the renovations of the American Legion Post?
Currently, Comrade Commander, they have not begun the renovations at Post 177. From our understanding, they will start to take place within the next 1 to 2 years, and that the post will be approximately 2 to 3 years before it is renovated and completed.
So keeping that in mind, that's something that we as a chapter need to think about as far as where do we want to meet in the future. So I know before COVID hit, I started reaching out to a lot of different places, and I haven't done so since the pandemic hit. So I'll start reaching back out to specific locations in Fairfax and in Arlington. But if you have any ideas of anywhere, please let us know. But one of the things that we had thrown out is, possibly doing a rotation of meetings possibly, maybe have 2 locations, one in Fairfax, one in Arlington. That way we could, really capture people from both parts of our catchment area. So that's something for us to think about in the future. But if you have any ideas of a future location, please let us know.
And it appears that we have a comment online. We'll recognize Michael Bouchard. Michael, you typed in a note, but can you tell everybody in the room?
Definitely. Just a friendly reminder that the VFW post in Arlington is certainly an option. That would be essentially free. And we're also hosting American Legion Post 68 as well. So that's certainly an option for the chapter. And I can help accommodate that as needed.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Outstanding. Thank you for the information. And as the commander noted, if you have any other ideas or known locations, please share them with us.
Comrade Adjutant, any new business?
Funny that you ask about that. Yes, we have some new business. New business is, can you believe it or not, we're going to start cleaning the American Veterans Disabled for Life Memorial again.
Woo-hoo!
I know. All last year we were unable to do it due to COVID-19. We've been in contact with the National Park Service and Ranger James Pierce, who's also a member of Chapter 10. They're projecting that the cleanings will start at 7:30 to 8:30. Many of you have done this in the past. Remember, it used to start at 7 a.m. So they're letting us sleep in a half hour. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So unlike in the past, when we were given the second Saturday of the month, since things are a little different due to COVID-19, on the screen, and I will read them shortly, are the dates that are currently available for Chapter 10 to do memorial cleanings. As you'll notice, it's not the second Saturday of the month, and there's real no consistency to them. Those dates are May 22nd, which is the 4th Saturday, June 19th, which is the 3rd Saturday, and also during the Department of Virginia Convention. July 31st is the 5th Saturday of the month, and also during DAV's National Convention. August 28th is the 4th Saturday of the month, also a national holiday, this guy's birthday. September 25th is the 4th Saturday of the month. October 23rd is the 4th Saturday in the month. In my conversations with James Pierce, the Ranger, he indicated that they will hold those open until they hear back from us if Chapter 10 wants to vote on doing the cleaning on those dates, Comrade Commander.
So keeping those dates in mind, the primary question is the June 19th and the July 31st, with one being during department convention, one being during national convention. Now, as far as department convention, for sure, I know that myself and Comrade Adjutant are going. I don't know who else is planning on attending, but as a membership, do you feel that the membership can handle doing that day without myself and Shane present? If you feel you need us present, then we should decline that day. But I believe our membership is good enough to be able to jump in there, but I don't want to answer for you. So in reference to the June 19th, how's the membership feel in reference to that day?
Comrade Commander Bob Whaley, and I'm willing to step up with everybody else who wants to be with me, be with both dates. I'm willing to go that date in the convention and then go to the convention afterwards. So I offer that up for consideration.
Thank you very much, Bob. And any other members have any comments in reference to the cleaning?
Comrade Commander, I think we should bring this up in a newsletter or after action report to encourage our members who may not be able to attend either here today, virtually or in person, to have them contact, chapter leadership so we can get a more accurate count as to who might be coming on that. Because I know several people who are not present today or excused would probably be involved with that.
And they also did indicate, just to clarify, that they cannot have more than 15 people cleaning at the memorials due to the COVID restrictions. So as long as we have anywhere between 5 and 10, we should be fine to have it cleaned in an hour. And in reference to Comrade Immediate Past Commander's comments, I know we have a few people who aren't here today that have already been committed, as well as Jesse Bendahan probably is committed. He's very excited about us starting. And Gary Salpini, who has attended and cleaned most of the memorial cleanings. I feel confident that we would have enough participation for June 19th and July 31st.
Well, keeping those comments in mind from everyone, at this point, I would entertain a motion that Chapter 10 go ahead and accept all 6 dates and commit to the cleaning for all 6 dates. Do I have a motion to that effect?
I second. Jeremy,
So,
I'll make the motion.
okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Any questions on the motion? It's okay. Hearing no questions, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Comrade Adjutant, would you please let Ranger Pierce know that Chapter 10 is committed to those dates?
Aye, aye, Comrade Commander, it shall be done.
All right. Good of the order. Anything under good of the order from anyone? Nope.
What about don't we have the good of the order ceremony where we recognize people who we've lost before we do the closing ceremony? That could be wrong. Yeah.
But under good of the order, I have something. This has been a tough year for a lot of us, and I'd like to thank some of my officers that have helped us through this year. And I have DAV's 100-year coin that I'd like to present to some of our outstanding members that have helped us through this year. So this is what the coin looks like if you haven't seen it before. But I'd like to ask Gary Salpini to come up here.
Due to social restrictions and distancing restrictions.
Thank you very much, Gary.
All right. They were 6 feet apart, I saw it.
Yeah. Well, I'll name them off and then I'm going to give it to them after. How's that sound? So I'm going to, Mr. Erwin Schultz,
You didn't do anything.
Miss Kathleen Schultz,
She didn't do anything.
Mr. Shane Learman,
I don't do anything.
Yeah,
Mr. John Hoffman,
he did a lot.
Miss Tanya Colbert, Miss Shamala Capizzi, Mr. Jesse Bendahan, and Mr. Jim Anders, Mr. Joe LaHaye, Mr. Jeremy Yost, and Mr. G.A. Redding. So I'd like to thank you all for everything that you've done for us this year. For those of you that don't know, we got these beautiful masks that I'm wearing right now. And GA, thank you very much for that. Been a while since we've had a chance to showcase them. So thank you very much. And anything else under good of the order?
Any members online have anything for the good of the order?
All right. Well, at this time, 1 moment of silence will be devoted in honor of our departed comrades. Comrades, please rise. May they rest in peace. Comrade Chaplain, can you lead us in our closing prayer?
May the God of peace, which passes all understanding, keep our hearts and our minds in the knowledge and love of God, and now, unto the eternal and all-wise Creator of the universe, preserve our nation, be the honor, the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Before I declare you adjourned, it is fitting and proper that we again render honors to the flag of our country. Hand salute. 2. Comrades. I now declare this meeting of DAV Chapter 10 adjourned. Our next meeting will be Saturday, May 15th at 10 a.m. We hope
willing.
That will also be the installation of the newly elected officers and ceremony on that day.
And thank you all for joining us today. This meeting is adjourned.